name's Gerst. I'm the city forester for Florissant, and I want to welcome everybody to the Arbor Day for Florissant, Missouri. And I want to introduce a few people here. To my left is Mayor Tom Schneider, and Todd Schmidt, Director of Parks, is out there. Cheryl Thompson, Superintendent of Recreation. Brendan Kane's not here, but he's the Director of the Egan Center, and Janice Stives, who helped me a lot here, is the Director at the JFK State Center. The Gardeners of Florissant are here. Eric Zier, the Assistant Forrester, and Chris Polian behind the camera over there. He's going to edit out all the flubs that I make today. Danny Moncheski couldn't make it today, but I'll see him tomorrow. So, and the most important group is the future of America right here behind me, the second graders from Farker Road Elementary. Let's give them a big round of applause. We have the first responders back there. I pray for you guys every day for your safety. I want you to know that. So we're going to move on really quickly, and Mayor Schneider has a proclamation here proclaiming April 6, 2017 as Arbor Day for the city of Florissant. And so I'm going to hand the microphone over to the mayor and let him read this, and then he's got a few words to say.
Okay. Thank you. And welcome everybody to 2017 Arbor Day. And you know, in 1872, a person named Sterling Morton proposed that the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. The holiday called for Arbor Day, which was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. If you've ever been to Nebraska, they needed those trees to be planted because it's very flat and wide open out there. Arbor Day is now observed through the nation and in the world. Trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water. It cut heat and cooling in the summer, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And trees in our city increase property value, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community and our parks and wherever they are planted. Trees are sponsored, they're a source of joy and spiritual renewal, and Florissant has been recognized as a Tree City USA by National Arbor Day Foundation, and we desire to continue doing this by planting trees. Therefore, I, as mayor of the city of Florissant, hereby declare April 6, 2017 as Arbor Day in the city of Florissant, and urge all citizens to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands and to support our city's urban forestry program. I further urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the hearts and promote the well-being of present and future generations. And I'll quickly just add that you know, trees are kind of like people. There's no two people that are alike, no two trees are alike. We all have a beginning, we all have an end. We kind of share this planet together, and a lot of trees, they become very good friends of ours. We see them every day if they're near our home or near our work, and they really just kind of make our life more gentle. They're also just like people. Sometimes they can be annoying. They drop you know, stuff down that we have to clean up. But trees are our friends, and hopefully we can be friends of the trees too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. We have two trees we're going to plant today, or we have them in. You guys are going to help plant them. One is the red. Let me see what we got. A Dawn redwood and an English oak. Up here we have a pretty wide variety of trees up here, and they're all memorial trees. So when you come up here and visit your tree, for the person that you are coming to visit, stop at the other trees if you would, like, and just say a little prayer for whoever they're planting for. We spend a lot of time up here watering these trees. These trees are really important to me. They're at the top of my priority list because they are memorial trees. So I spend a lot of time up here in the 100-degree weather making sure these trees are all watered and they stay really healthy. So we're going to move on here. The Gardeners of Florissant are going to come up here. We're going to have Marge Giancola come up and do a little talk about the trees that are going to be planted today. So here's Marge.
I am honored to represent the Gardeners of Florissant this year at this Arbor Day activity. The Gardeners of Florissant was first chartered with 10 members as a men's garden club in 1958. In the early 90s, women began joining the club, and name was changed, obviously, to the Gardeners of Florissant. Our mission statement is the Gardeners of Florissant are committed to protecting, beautifying the environment, and sharing knowledge with others. We meet monthly with a speaker or activity. We care for the beautiful Civic Center Rose Garden, which is right down there by the Egan Center. We sell plants at Valley of the Flowers. We have a children's booth at the Florissant Fall Festival. We support Jamestown New Horizons Horsemanship Program. We have a plant show that awards ribbons, pick the gardens of the month during the summer season, and we invite people and families from Florissant and the adjoining communities to support us or join us. The club planted its first tree in 1984, and since then we have participated in every Arbor Day and have planted over 60 trees. This year we are dedicating these trees to our first responders and Mrs. Lou Aldridge, who was a longtime member of our club who passed away this year. I have Mrs. Wanda Dudley here. She's going to say a few words representing the Aldridge family in honor of Lou. Wanda?
Thank you, Marge. One of the trees that we are planting today for Arbor Day is planted in memory of Lou Aldridge, Beth Aldridge's mother. Many of us knew her as she came to many of our gardener events with Beth over the years. Luella Frances Aldridge of St. Louis, Missouri, passed away in October of last year, 2016. She was married on December 31st, 1950, and was a devoted and loving wife, mom, and grandmother. She is survived by her husband of 66 years, Pete, children Mark, Karen Henry, and husband Ken of Arkansas, and Beth, grandchildren Matthew, Brandon Smith and wife Cassie and Sydney Smith, great-grandchildren Connor and Carissa. I didn't even know Lou's first name. To me, she was always Mom. She would have loved the idea of planting a tree in her memory. She loved the beauty of nature. Beth and I would always take her all of our sick plants, and she could always make them all well again. She is the only person I know who can make an annual live and bloom all winter long. Her favorite flowers were any that were growing in Beth's garden or in the wild. Beth would often bring her bouquets of cut flowers that were in bloom, and she loved each and every one of them. I will always remember Mom as having a wonderful sense of humor and always making me laugh when I was having a hard time. She was very loyal, supportive, and protective of her family and of those she cared about. She was kind and generous, and at times even a little bit ferocious. Her daughters, Karen and Beth, both expressed how she taught them forever love, as their mother was always the one who had cared for them, and in the last several years, when she was in failing health, their dad cared and provided for her, selflessly and with a loving heart. They feel truly blessed to have witnessed this amazing example and love their mom and dad shared. Thank you, Gardeners of Florissant, for planting a tree in her memory. She is missed by all that knew her, but each time we drive past the Florissant Civic Center and see the gardener's grove of trees, we will smile and remember the gentle woman who brought joy to so many of us. Thank you.
The club planted its first tree in 1984, and since then we have participated in every Arbor Day and planted over 60 trees. The Dawn, just a few words about the Dawn redwood that we're planting for Lou. This is a good shade tree, kids. It's going to grow to a height of 70 feet. It's going to have a 35-foot spread, and it's going to have light green needles. We'll give it a bright summer color. And in the fall, it's going to turn to a rusty orange. It's going to be a very beautiful tree. And to all our first responders who protect and serve our community, keep us safe, respond to our needs in times of distress and illness, we honor you. In memory of our first responders who have lost their lives or those who were injured in the line of duty, we honor you. Every time our first responders are sent out on a call, they don't know what will face them when they get there, but they do their duty. When they leave their homes for each shift, they don't know if they will return to their homes, and their families worry about their safety. But still, these brave people do their duty. The English oak is a big, sturdy tree. This tree will grow to a height of 50 feet with a 40-foot spread. In the summers, its leaves will be a deep green, turning to yellow-brown in the fall. We plant this tree in memory of the first responders who have lost their lives or had their lives drastically changed, protecting us, and in honor of those who put their lives on the line every time they respond to a call. In closing, we hope that those who come to this beautiful place will feel the peace and calm as they walk through this grove or sit beneath the branches of one of the trees. Hopefully, the spirits of those whom these trees are planted will give people a sense of calm and peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Marge. Thank you, Anna. Andy, Phil, you guys want to say anything? This is Andy.
Thank you. I'm Sergeant Andy Harmon with the Florissant Police Department. I want to thank the Gardeners of Florissant for dedicating the tree to the first responders, both the Florissant Police Department and the fine men and women of the Florissant Valley Fire Protection District. Thank you for all the kids from Parker Road Elementary who came out and stood on the hill this windy morning. With all the rain we've been getting, the trees I'm sure will love it. So thank you very much for having us and for dedicating the tree to the first responders.
Thank you. God bless you guys. Two more really quick things, and then we'll get to planting a tree. I'd like to recognize my friend and mentor out there, Doug Shilley. Spent 38 years doing this job, and I thank him for everything he showed me how to do. So I wanted to thank him for that. And now we can plant some trees. So if you guys would split in half of you are going to go with Eric, who's right over there, and half of you are going to go with me, and we're going to pitch some dirt on these trees and plant them, okay? And then when you come up here, you can look at it and say, guess what? Those are trees that we planted. So thank you all for coming out and making 2017 Arbor Day for Florissant so special to me because it's my first one. So thank you very much. God bless you all.